Hello, everyone, and welcome to SnodaCast S2E10. I'm your host, BlackShat56, and of course, I am joined by the lovely Dick himself, Shadow.
What's that?
And of course, also joined by Gallows. Gallows, say hi.
Well,
All right, there we go. And the one, the only, the whatever the fuck he is, Joe.
Now this is what we're doing. What do you call block party?
Ah, yeah, exactly. And of course, we also have a relative newcomer, Pacho Goose. Or Poncho Goose. I said Pacho. Anyways, Poncho Goose. Say hello.
It's on fire for like 5 seconds, but we're good now.
All right, that's good. Yeah, we're all playing a little bit of Minecraft just to give you guys some little bit of background. I, of course, am going to be dead as fuck in the entire thing, but we're going to go from there. Of course, this can't be an episode without SnodaCast without weekly updates, so I'm going to ask the age-old question. How's everybody's week? Gallows, or actually, Poncho, we're going to start with you. How's your week?
but so
Well, school was interesting. I have some pretty rough off season.
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah,
yeah, I
who's
can hear
watching the
that.
stream? Out of morbid curiosity. Gallows? Yeah, it's
no,
Gallows.
I'm not watching the stream.
Okay, it's just echoing my voice, so... Yeah, we're echoing really bad. Sorry. Some slight audio issues. But anyways,
Yeah.
Pancho, go ahead.
So yeah, rough off season, and
Oh.
then I got that back-to-back 3 days of just shifts and I work. And
Absolutely.
then I kind of work awkward hours. So on Friday I have like a 6 to 11. Then a 5 to 10 on Saturday, and then I have to turn around and work early on Sunday.
Ooh, yeah, I know how that is.
Yikes.
Trust me. I've had to do plenty of those before. Not fun, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, and then training. So yeah, it's
Oh,
going
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's normal.
All right.
Where do you work?
Alright, never mind.
He works at the same place I do. Yeah.
Gummies.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead and go to Joe. Joe, how was your week?
Pretty much like a Dark Souls battle.
I kind of I want to and not want to know more. But,
It's probably
Is it-
better.
yeah, it's probably better if I don't. All right, Shadow, how was your week?
It just got better.
All right, that's good.
Job, not exactly good pay.
Mm-hmm.
I get $5 an hour plus tips.
Jesus.
Yeah, and also for the ones that go to Texas Roadhouse, clean your fucking plates.
Absolutely.
As one as once briefly worked in a restaurant, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting,
Yep.
and it's a sin, especially if you're in Texas.
Yeah. If you don't finish your steak, it's a sin. The potato is understandable, but the
It's
steak
more
is...
of a bigger sin if you have it well done.
It's a bigger sin if you have it well done or if you use A1
No,
steak sauce.
really.
If you have A1 steak sauce, I hate you. That's
Oh, no,
only
no.
good on a burger.
You know,
Why? I use
well, I've had people come in my restaurant and they eat half the steak. I want to hurt you. At least
Yeah. Oh, man. All right.
They order it correctly. It's
Mhm.
still red in the middle and all that. But as for everything else, when they leave half of it and it's just like, just take it home.
Yeah, at that point, I know Texas Roadhouse allows you to take your food home.
Never
So,
been.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I don't
nothing.
think.
It's literally I need a box. We have them at every station. Just
Yeah.
request the box and take it home.
pretty
Yeah.
much. That's it.
And also for the black kids that came and ate like 3 bites of their chicken, you're a disgrace.
Only 3 bites of their chicken. Mm. That's just wasted food in my book.
Yeah, yeah. And to those of you in the chat, I apologize. We did not have any music. Go ahead, Gals.
Hold on. Shut the door.
Gals, what were you saying?
I'll be back here.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, Rebecca.
Alright. Alright, Gallows, how was your week this week? Gallows. Hold on, wait. I think I might have you muted. No? Not muted. You're just
Might
like...
just be partially MIA.
Yeah.
Where's this so-called monster nearby?
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the server, we do have a lot of mob spawners.
Ah,
I can't remember whose base this was.
well, they have a monster that just won't go away, apparently. I'm gonna borrow some of this wheat. I hope y'all don't mind.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm good.
Going back over my phone. Fuck it.
Most
Alright.
resources are completely communal.
It was like a dude wearing tribal outfit at our door.
Oh shit, we do have melons that have spawned.
Spawn.
I know I can't have my stuff back, but I would at least like my food back, because
Alright, well, I will say this. Gallows, how was your week? That's good. Mine's been mostly just work. I finally got one of my finals done, and I managed to pass for the semester. I got an 82 for the semester, so that's good. And from there, we're going to go ahead and go directly into now showing if you guys are ready. We only have one movie to talk about this
Alright.
week.
Sounds good.
Alright. So, for now showing this week, we have, of course, our lovely animation for those of you that are watching the stream, done by yours truly. Hate to, put a shameless plug, but of course we have the new remake of West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg, and has a more or less darker, grittier tone to it whenever it comes to just about everything. But yeah, no, this is the new West Side Story, which is essentially Romeo and Juliet, so you should know what happens. But apparently this one is really, really, really good. Though they switch a few songs around here and there. With that being said, do you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns on West Side Story?
I,
I'm not a big story, a big musical, so I'm not really.
I'm a musical file, or whatever that word it would be, but apparently I've been hearing that it's more superior to the version from 1961. Well,
okay, some people are saying that because it technically gets a lot of the aspects of like, okay, these are supposed to be Puerto Ricans, let's not just...
material.
Not necessarily source material. The source material is Romeo and Juliet. That's essentially all it is.
Side
But-
question: does any of you got some string?
Yes, actually. I
Shadow
killed a
killed
spider
me.
There's
not so
string
long
in
ago.
the
Well,
freaking...
When Shadow killed me, I lost everything, even my fishing rod, which
String...
Here you go.
Okay,
6
anyways.
string for you.
yeah, I only need a little bit.
Alright, well, that being said, did anybody else have any more thoughts, comments, concerns on West Side Story?
I do, actually.
Okay,
Something
go ahead.
interesting. Well, not exactly like on the actual new movie itself. My school is actually doing a play, and it happens to be West Side Story.
Oh, hey, well, there you go.
So,
Cool.
and my friend that I know very personally is actually playing Chino.
Ah,
So that's gonna be interesting.
yeah, for sure. Joe, let's not exactly ask what school. That's technically private information, and
Oh,
yeah.
Please
apologies.
do not harass me.
Not like we're
I
getting
would
any viewers at
appreciate
the moment anyways, but still.
Just
Yeah.
I'll just have Christian like give me a dog collar. Shot collar.
Joe, I have horny Jill for that. And no.
I'm not saying it for
Hey.
that reason. I'm just saying to discipline me.
No.
Oh,
Especially when you put it that way. Anyways, we're
Yeah,
gonna go
that
ahead and go
sounds
into
even
our
worse,
first.
not gonna lie.
Yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and go into our first topic for the night. If you guys are ready.
Just a second.
All right.
I read the book.
The West Side Story.
Fuck.
Yeah, I loved the book. The book was amazing. The version of the movie Ice Scene, that was like years ago though. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, the musical from the 60s. A lot of people really grew up loving it. Just because, I mean, okay, realistically look at it. It is a musical attempt with different backgrounds and stuff like that. It is essentially a retelling of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, that is what I've been always told. Now granted, I've been told it is one of the best musicals out there. It's like definitely top tier, but this one apparently is a lot better. From what I've been told, like it might actually be more towards me, but though granted, I have been told that it's great in the first half, but it is long as sin, and you really feel it in the second half. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that, but
That's kind of how musicals are. First stuff kind of starts off slow, sets you in. Then the further acts in the show is where things get really crazy.
well, no, Joe, I'm saying it's the opposite. I'm saying it's the opposite. It's really engaging and goes by really fast in the first half, and then the second half you feel every minute.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you have track.
I
Like in
would say
a
I
play, you
felt
can have
that.
stuff that tracks.
what's up?
Like, I didn't really care for the Sound of Music. Fight me, people who like plays.
The Sound of Music was not my favorite thing. I think it's a little overlong. White Christmas is another one.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby, I know, but still. I enjoy White Christmas. I think it's just a little too long. That's just my opinion.
Time.
I will say this. It is one of my mom's favorite musicals. So, she loves watching it around Christmas. But that being said, when it comes to musicals, I really enjoyed La La Land. When I saw it the first time. The second time I watched it again, I was like, I don't know. Maybe it was just a theater experience kind of thing. I don't like it as much.
I have an oh shit moment happening now.
What's up? You've never seen La La Land?
Well, that and also a spider is swimming towards me.
Is it daylight?
No.
Then run. That being said, I will say this: La La Land definitely got me to like a little bit more musicals.
Fire.
The one that I've been really wanting to see is The Prettiest Little Whorehouse, or I think it's called The Prettiest Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Does it take place in Texas?
It takes place in Texas, yes. It has Burt Reynolds in it, believe it or not. Or it might be like the tiniest little whorehouse in Texas. I don't know. It's something is.
It is the whorehouse in Texas.
It's what? Oh, it's the best little whorehouse in Texas. Okay.
That's what.
Sure. Yeah, best little whorehouse in Texas. That's one I've been really wanting to see, and I think I have it somewhere. I haven't found it yet, but that's one I've been really wanting to see.
The name of what
If you
would fly these
we
days.
have it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I think my mom has it somewhere. My mom's a big musical person. I just giggle at it because the title.
Any musical I ever wanted to go see was Hamilton. I like
Hamlet. You're talking about? You mean Hamilton?
Yeah, Hamilton.
See, Hamilton is another one. I tried to watch it and then I didn't like it, and then I gave it another shot, and I'm like, okay, it slowly got me intrigued. And by the time I was about maybe 40-ish minutes in, I was hooked. I was like, okay, I actually genuinely like this. This is pretty good.
Disney Plus.
I know, that's how I watched it. My parents, on the other hand, did not like it. They're like, not my thing. Even my mom, who's a big musical fan, she's like, not my thing. I just don't care. And I'm like, I was kind of the same way, but then I just kind of struggled through it, and then I got hooked. It was pretty entertaining. Though I'm still telling you, Hollywood, you need to collab with Disney and make an actual Rogers the Musical.
Oh, wow.
Make
Really?
the meme possible. In Hawkeye, yeah, there's in Hawkeye they have a whole thing called Rogers the Musical. Yeah, I'm saying make that a thing.
Make it intentionally cringy but funny.
Yes, make it basically Hamilton with Steve Rogers, and you got a fucking gold mine on your hands.
It could basically be.
I mean, they released the "I Can Do This All Day" song. So, I mean, like, I'm telling you, just do it as a stage play. It would be awesome. I would totally love to see that.
Matter of fact, even if Chris Evans just...
I don't know about Chris Evans, but I would definitely say, like, you know, make it intentionally hammy and just kind of have it like that and just go from there. What?
Isn't it already intentionally hammy?
Yeah, fair enough. But if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go into our first topic of the night. All right. This week we got the first official poster and trailer for Sonic Movie 2. We are now getting a more traditional Eggman. We also had the introduction of Knuckles, voiced by Idris Elba, and we do get to hear him talk. And I will say this, I'm kind of pumped for this one. I was sketchy, you know, I was a little nervous about the original. Especially when that first trailer came out, but I'm like, okay, it's not a terrible design. It's relatively realistic, so I can give you credit where credit's due.
At least Sonic doesn't look like that now.
No, but I will say this. I personally think the best thing you could do in the third movie, because by that point enough time would have passed that a few people would remember it, but like it would be so funny. Because I know that Shadow is originally supposed to be a cloning attempt of Sonic the Hedgehog from Dr. Eggman. So what I'm saying is maybe you have him do that in the first like full on cloning. It's a failed experiment, and it's that original design. And he goes up and he goes, meow, and you just see Dr. Eggman just turn around going, no, burn it with fire, burn it, burn it, burn it.
I just found.
Those two toys, those two robots he makes, those goddamn things are so funny.
I just got leather boots from fishing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Shadow, what were you trying to say?
And when Dr. Eggman goes to destroy Shadow, he turns into Shadow.
Oh, that would be cool. That would actually be genuinely pretty cool. Like, he just adds fire, and it just makes him go like, okay, I am Shadow. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be funny.
What were those robots called? Those two robots he made. What was things called?
I know he made a Mecha Sonic. I know at some point he makes Mecha Sonic, but,
It's called Metal Sonic.
Oh, Metal? I thought it was called Mecha Sonic. Anyways. But yeah, that being said, I also think that the best way, you, like, slowly build up to it. You just go, you have Agent Stone go, sir, the cloning process, it's complete. It's like, let me see my glorious creation. It's like, sir, I'm gonna warn you right now. It's not what you think. And he's just like, huh? What are you talking about? He's like, you might want to sit down for this. Just like slowly build it up, and then you just immediately cut to, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna turn you around now. And you just see, meow, just out of nowhere. And he just screams. I think that.
He aims the weapon, like any weapon.
Yeah.
And then he just like.
Yeah.
Turns black and gets red streaks and shit.
That would be pretty cool. I just still think, like, as a throwaway joke, you just see like a bonfire. It just like immediately cuts to a bonfire, and it's like, so back to formula? Yeah, back to formula, back to formula.
Or even like if they make it look
Jim
like
Carrey at it, he'll be like,
yeah.
oh, we lost. Rest in peace to Goose. He got blown up by a creeper.
Yeah, something happened. Oh well.
Wait, I just noticed the poncho is white.
Yeah.
There's some white Mexicans. Don't be racist there, Joe. Mr. White Man. Mr. Mr. Privileged white man. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go that far. Anyways,
Wait, 12 count.
Mr. I
no.
have a 5 GPA. What?
I never had that good of a GPA.
I don't even think I even have that good of a GPA. But anyways, that being said, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the trailer for Sonic 2?
I like to watch it. It'll be fun.
Idris Elba is essentially the cool side of my pillow.
Yeah, but Shadow.
I want to see how they bring in Amy because that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if they're bringing in Amy for this one. I think they're just going to introduce Tails and Knuckles. And then we're going to, I think maybe for like a third movie, they might do Amy and some other characters. But I don't know beyond that. I don't know. I think they might hint at Rouge. I don't know about a full-on cameo. I think like maybe beyond a cameo. No. Yeah, they are bringing in Tails, and Tails is going to be voiced by the original voice actress. It's Sonic and Knuckles that are not. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, you do realize Tails is a boy, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Joe. Then that sounded a lot like I have uncomfortably done certain things with photos of Tails, and now I feel terrible.
Okay. No, shut the fuck up.
That's what I got from oh, I did not.
If you remember from BNTCC, that was probably Jared Broadness. But,
Fair enough. But
I mean, he's a big Sonic fan, so
yeah.
don't put it past.
Well, I was hoping that it's Primbridge, aka Seth, would be joining in with us, but because I know he's the ultimate Sonic fan, and I can say what his initial thoughts were.
Ultimate Sonic fan compared to Jared?
Dude, this guy is obsessed with Sonic. Like, he knows all the lore. Okay, so
Jared.
this was his initial reaction. So basically, he says, "I'm gonna cry. I just saw this, and it's fucking amazing." That was essentially his initial reactions to the Sonic trailer. So I think he's super excited about this. I think this movie is going to be better than the first movie, which was passable at most. Brett, I know you and I talked about it a little bit. Or sorry, Pancho, I know that you and I talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We definitely like, you know, we also brought up the fact that like they bankrupt because the fan outcry was like, no, redesign Sonic. They bankrupted a freaking design studio. So, you know, like, imagine that they did that for just a movie. But it did make the movie a little bit more enjoyable, I will say.
I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. What they did to Sonic was disgusting.
Oh, I know that it was, yeah. I guess they were trying to go with a more alien look.
Why?
I don't know. I think they were gonna make him an alien too. They changed a lot of that movie. Now, I will say this. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that it took place in our world. I mean, I get it. You gotta introduce Dr. Eggman in some way, shape, or form. But, like, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about that. That just didn't make sense to me. But that being said, Jim Carrey was the best part of that movie. I'm super excited that he's in this. I hope they eventually put him in a fat suit, because I know that he said he would like to be in one. I know that he said he would be willing to be in one. That's true. But I was thinking, like, a good way that you could have done him gaining the weight is he was on the mushroom planet. Maybe he had an allergic reaction, and therefore he gained the weight. I figured that would have been kind of a fun way to do it. And then also could explain why he had, like, the red nose. But I think they're going to get rid of the red nose. Just because I know that he had it at the end of the last one, and after he shaved his head, but that's because it was like sun dried or whatever. So, by the way, fun fact for those of you that didn't know, do you know who Dr. Eggman was based off of? Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my man Ted was based off of Lego,
Teddy Roosevelt.
right?
Teddy Roosevelt based. It was what? Yeah.
The Fight Club.
That's what I was saying. Like, Teddy Roosevelt is what inspired the design of Dr. Robotnik.
Oh,
So that's food for thought right there. But if you guys
hard to see it, but it makes sense.
No, it's not hard to see it. When you look at pictures of Teddy Roosevelt, just do it like an oversimplified, cartoonish version of Teddy Roosevelt. You have Dr. Eggman.
The finest big teeth.
Yeah, kinda. All right, if you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next topic. Unless you have any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Sonic movie trailer 2.
When's it coming out?
Next year.
Not only do we need Amy, but I could see them easily making Mecha Sonic simply because he still has one of Sonic's hairs.
He does still have Sonic Quill, yeah. That he does. Which honestly,
What are you playing? Pressure play on your door.
you talking to me, Joe? What are you doing in my room?
I was just opening the door to see what was going on. Oh, anyway, or get slaughtered.
Okay.
But no,
That being said, anyways, if you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next topic for the night. All right. So it's official. Netflix's Cowboy Bebop live-action show has been canceled just after one season due to mixed reactions and low viewership, which I think is bullshit. I think they just realized that not a lot of fans are liking this, and therefore they cancel it. Which sucks, because I think that they could have definitely saved themselves with the season 2, especially following the movie, which doesn't make sense timeline-wise based off of the source material, but you gotta be your own thing, and I think that they were starting to do that, especially around the last 2 episodes. I personally would have loved to have seen a season 2. I would have loved to have seen a live-action version of the movie, but to be perfectly honest, I still think that Netflix didn't necessarily need to do a shot-for-shot remake of the entire first season. That is fine. I think they should have had more time to do it. Just based off of the fact of there's only 10 episodes, but I think there was like 26 in the first season of the original anime. When you cut that in more than half, you start to get to the point where you're like, okay, we can only do so much with this. So I personally think that they should have followed maybe the more introduction of characters like the anime did, which is it's mostly just for the first like 3 or 4 episodes, it is just mostly Jet, Spike, and Ein, and then you eventually have Ed and Faye. Now I know that Ed doesn't really show up till the very end. Yeah, Faye then Ed. I know. I'm just saying, like. That being said, now that also being said, I'm not the biggest fan of the actress who plays Faye. The way that she reacted to everybody, how they reacted, not necessarily to what she said they were reacting to. Most people just said her costume was a little too muted and a little too toned down. I personally also agree with that. I think a yellow jacket wouldn't have been a bad idea instead of a brown leather. You know, they were kind of going for like strong female character kind of shit, and honestly, that's fine, but don't do that to Faye Valentine. If you're gonna do that, make up your own character. Faye Valentine is the type of character that like overtly uses her sexuality to get what she wants. It's a femme fatale kind of thing. It's not necessarily a sexist thing if you want to be technical. But that being said, the way that she reacted and started calling fans trolls, that's probably what didn't help this show. But I personally think that, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I would have loved to have seen the season 2. They definitely could have saved themselves and redeemed it, but yeah. But I do want to appreciate what they got right. Like Jet was done extremely well. So was the design of the show. Spike was done really well. Though granted, it is kind of distracting that John Cho is as old as he is when Spike's supposed to really be in about his mid-20s. Late 20s actually, probably early 30s, you know. Whereas John Cho's pushing 50, which is fine. It's whatever. He was still good. But that being said, you know, like there's so many things that they got right. it's just, it was outweighed by how many things they got wrong. And I still think they could have definitely saved themselves with the second season. It just, you know, isn't going to happen. What do you guys think about Cowboy Bebop being canceled after just one season?
Or a cold one out for the boys.
I guess.
I think it could have done better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But
Poncho, you got any thoughts, comments, concerns on Cowboy Bebop being canceled?
No, I'm not into Netflix shows, honestly.
Yeah. Have you watched the original anime?
No, I really don't pay like much attention to shows anymore.
Oh, okay.
My life is just like come home, go to sleep. So,
Fair enough.
hard to revolve into that as well.
Yeah. Shadow?
I don't really, because I didn't really support them making it in the first place.
Fair enough.
They nailed it. Anime, trying to redo it after you can't remake gold after making gold.
Fair enough, but I will say this, they did try to do enough of their own thing that I give them credit where credit's due.
And it sucks that the manga artist who made the anime now passed away.
Yeah, the original screenwriter has passed away, which does suck.
One does not know a bigger oof aside from that.
I will request a moment of silence later for Anne Rice.
Absolutely. 100%. But that being said, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and go into our third topic. You guys ready?
let's do it.
Alright.
Mhm.
So, speaking of botched Netflix adaptations, it is official, well, kinda. There are rumors going around that Netflix is wanting to do a live-action movie of Mega Man. I personally don't care. What do you guys think?
Wow.
A little
That
iffy
sounds
on.
horrible.
Stop with video games.
Especially Resident Evil.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
there's
one.
always been a live adaptation of Resident Evil, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No, they did that as a cash grab. Really, this last Resident Evil, it suckered me into, but like I didn't go see it, so it was whatever. But like
will
that was a
say,
blatant
first
cash grab.
Resident Evil movies, I liked them.
They're
Anything
okay,
after
yeah.
number 3 was terrible.
Yeah, no, I can agree on that. Wait, number 3 was the one in the desert, right?
Yeah, after the desert one was just horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kept getting significantly worse. I think I watched up to like 5, and then I was done.
Live 5 of what?
The original Resident Evil movies.
The way it
Oh,
ended,
yeah.
That's
But you had me
I
confused.
was surprised when they made the last one and ended the whole series the way they did.
Oh, yeah. Which was basically, we have enough room to set up for another sequel. Bunch of
that's my thing. The
jackasses.
storyline, it got confusing.
Oh, very. Also, her powers got they got,
Producers,
yeah.
I don't care who you are. I understand Mila Jovovich is an amazing actress.
Yeah.
She is. But stop making her this ultimate badass.
Yeah.
Also, as soon as they got to Extinction, that's where shit just like stopped falling the games.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Apocalypse is kind of where it's still loose, but like after that, it just completely went off the rails in Extinction.
I can agree on that. That is fair.
No.
Just realized I forgot my axe.
But that being said, personally, I also agree that they do need to stop with the video game adaptations. But you know Netflix, they're going to try to find something and they're going to milk the fuck out of it. Now, I will say this. If maybe they were going for an animated Mega Man movie,
Yeah.
it probably
Yeah.
would have been okay.
That's where video game
Hold
movies
on,
went.
hold on, because there usually was a Mega Man TV show series, though.
Yes.
There was the animated TV shows and stuff like that.
We don't speak
talk
of
about
that. But I will say this, like doing an animated movie, kind of like CG, do something along the lines of Arcane, an animation style. I want to see more of that animation style. Do something like that with Mega Man. You have a really good chance of getting something that will fucking stick. Because here's the thing, Arcane, and this is where I give benefit of the doubt to Arcane. Arcane was a show first and a video game adaptation second. That's what I think you need to do with something
It
like
followed
this.
a little bit up around League.
Well, it could have, but I'm just saying, and I know that League has extensive lore whenever it comes to a lot of stuff, and I know that they follow this relatively okay when it comes to lore and stuff like that.
Okay, there's a C word right in the water.
Yep.
Creeper.
Okay. Hey, Shadow, you mind turning off and turning your camera back on again? It's pixelated right now on my end.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
There we go.
And I'm at 32% on my iPad, so...
Charge your fucking iPad, Joe.
I was before we went live.
Why are you not charging it now?
Because I want you to see my face.
Charger and on a phone stand, you can charge it at the same time.
Yeah.
If I was at your place.
Bro, you can charge your freaking iPad without having to turn it off. You know that, right?
I know, but that's not my irritating part.
Then freaking charge it, because I've told you Droid can't
Anyway.
drain your battery. Anyways, that being said, when it comes to a Mega Man adaptation, I definitely would like to see an animated version instead of a live action.
I will agree with that, but,
But-
at the same time, here's the thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to Mega Man,
Mm-hmm.
I love them to death. I will say that now. But yes, it's gonna be a Mega Man movie, but give us an origin story that is easy to follow. Not something that's way out there in the fucking cosmos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, that's how they fucked up on Death Note,
Mm-hmm.
on Bleach. What
Stop.
they did to Bleach is disgusting.
Actually, you know, I watched like a bit of that one. And
And for those of you that like Naruto, I don't give a fuck. Naruto, fucking Netflix, pick him up so he can do worse on that.
But yeah, no, I could definitely agree. I don't see it going well. It's not that I don't see it looking bad, or it's not that I see it looking bad. I think Netflix definitely has the money to back it and make it look good. Look at Squid Game. But, you know, I will say this, it just, I don't know, man. There's some, no, not Squid Game, sorry. Squid Game was a show first and then Netflix picked up the distribution rights. That's what it was. Look at Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai has really good production value. And I'm just saying, like,
Karate Kid.
yeah, that's the good Cobra.
They should have stuck with the movie instead.
With what? The Cobra Kai? You talking about Cobra Kai? Dude, Cobra Kai is pretty good.
I need to watch it.
It's on Netflix, bro. Like, watch all 3 seasons right now. It's really good.
I did. I really didn't.
I'm talking about Joe. I'm talking to Joe.
Yeah, I just don't have time in the world.
Enjoyed how they do the story for Cobra Kai.
Dude, Cobra Kai is like super easy to watch. They're like maybe 15-20 minute episodes each.
Well,
And there's
it's
like,
just the simple fact that they are adding on to the story. They're not making a new story or anything.
yeah, they're adding on to it and they're doing it really well. Though, granted, I will say this: it was a YouTube Red series before it became a Netflix show.
It was.
It is.
All right. But that being said, if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go into our 4th topic, which I know a few people here are excited to talk about for sure. But before we do, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Netflix possibly adapting a live-action Mega Man movie?
Like I said, make it an origin movie mostly. Like, even like just show us how he gained that suit. Because I would love that. Show us how he gained that suit.
Right.
Don't just
From
straight
the
up
worst, they make a video game documentary
Dude.
series.
lie.
Yeah.
That's kind of boring as fuck.
Right.
Like, with the John Wick. With the John Wick, we see him getting his ass beat, and then also dealing some ass beating.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
More of those movies.
Oh, we are getting more of those movies. We're supposed to get the fourth one soon. I think they're just waiting to release it to theaters.
They aimed at the final chapter.
Did they?
Yes. Which I really hope it's not the final movie.
I think I could
Because-
see maybe 2 more movies out of this series.
Yes, I
Alright,
could really.
what were we talking about?
We're talking about John.
I think
John
the guy would just learn not to like adopt dogs.
Realistically,
I mean,
it's
like-
more like he basically the second movie sets up that this guy, in order for him to get out, he had a marker, which is basically like I owe you, you let me do the, or you do this for me, I let you do this, but I also gets a favor in return. So basically from that, the guy who gave him the favor to get him out of the Assassin's world basically calls in his favor to killing his sister, who's like the head of, is going into this, yada yada yada. Basically, layman's terms, John does it, but now the guy's like actually, putting a hit on him, and it's also
Not only does it, but he does it quick
Ah.
as fuck.
he does it very quick, like within like the first like 40 minutes he's already done. But this guy's like, okay, well, what kind of man would I be if I don't put the hit out on the guy who killed my sister? Also, they blew up his house. And then from there, basically, it's a revenge tale for him killing this guy, and he does it in the hotel, which is a big no-no. Hence the reason Farabellum starts, because he's excommunicado, and it's basically him going around to make sure that he isn't excommunicado. And then, yeah, it gets a little complicated. I'm not gonna lie.
I really love the fact that he killed a man in the bar with a pencil, and then like 20 minutes later, we see him kill a guy
With a pencil. Yeah, exactly. No, I love that. That is fantastic. Yeah. But that being said, if you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next topic. Oh, Gels, do you want to say anything about the possibility of a live-action Mega Man Netflix something?
I thought we were talking about John Wick.
No, we were talking about John Wick, but as a tangent.
I only
Nah, we can just go on to something.
Alright. Alright.
Now we can't really get into John Wick because I can go on for hours.
I can too. So let's go ahead and nip that shit off by the bud.
my
Alright.
only words are don't fuck it up or expect a lot of angry fans.
That is fair. Alright, so this week we also got the release of the campaign for Halo Infinite. We've actually had the multiplayer out for quite a little bit. But that being said, we did get the release of the campaign. And if you guys actually if any of you have the campaign, would love to hear your thoughts on what it is, on how it is going so far.
I have it, but I have yet to start it.
Fair enough.
Great, except I played it, it froze on me after I played for an hour, but it's probably something else like console.
Yeah,
Console.
probably.
Otherwise, based. Very
Yeah.
based.
So
Very
I,
best.
I love how the fact that as soon as Halo Infinite came out, they finally dropped the seasons coming out for the Halo series.
Oh yeah. Well, the multiplayer's been free for like the past couple of weeks. So.
No, I'm not talking about that. I mean on Paramount, whatever it's called.
Oh, Paramount Plus. Yeah, they were talking about the Halo show. They released.
Finally dropped the season for it.
Oh, they did.
They released the release date for it.
PlayStation players, I don't care what you say. Halo is never coming to PlayStation.
No, never
Never
is.
gonna happen.
I'm a
It
PlayStation
should.
player in it.
should,
It
because
shouldn't.
Well,
No.
yes, it should. Yes, it should.
It's
But
one of the
games-
best
more
exclusives
games
for
are-
Xbox. That would be like basically the Spider-Man game coming to Xbox. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, if it
But Halo
should
is
happen.
Give us Last of Us, and we'll think about it.
War as well. Or Gears of War. God of War.
God of War. Yeah. No, God of War finally came to PC, but only the fourth one. Which, granted, best one. Don't get me wrong. For sure. But I will say this. I'm super excited about the show because I saw a trailer for the show and it actually looks really good. It looks like it's a faithful adaptation.
Hit me with that trailer.
Yeah, it's just look it up on YouTube. I'll find it here in a bit. But yeah, it looks really, really good, and that's what that's what genuinely does excite me, is because it does look good. And I will say this. From what I've seen of the campaign so far, it looks like a lot of fun. I do plan on buying it here in a little while. Just next paycheck. I have to wait till next paycheck, and then on top of that, I need to fill up my tank. I need to get PlayStation Plus. There's a whole lot of things I need to do. But that being said, I'm super excited to eventually get the campaign for sure. But that being said, I'm interested in it for sure. I love the multiplayer so far. I hope they release more stuff for the multiplayer because the game came out, but I don't know. Also, for those of you that are wondering how I play Halo without an Xbox, I play it with a PlayStation controller on my fucking computer. You can call me a heretic all you want.
Heretic.
Damn,
Thank you.
You damn
Thank you.
infidel.
Thank you.
Be like,
Thank you.
be acting like the Peggies from Far Cry 5.
But that being said, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Halo Infinite's campaign being released?
I will honestly, even for me, just starting the multiplayer, I love the layout.
Oh yeah.
The layout, the way everything works now, it's very smooth. And I'm really excited for this campaign.
Oh, me too. 100%.
So when you start the campaign, let me know. I'll hop in with you.
Absolutely. I don't know if they're still. I don't know if they're allowing multiplayer or campaign co-op campaign.
Enabled once it dropped. Once the campaign dropped.
Oh, you're talking about multiplayer. I thought you were talking about like campaign drop. Like you do campaign co-op. I thought you were talking about that. I don't think they're doing that right now.
No, that the campaign dropped.
Oh, seriously? They had campaign co-op when it came out?
Campaign co-op and campaign and Forge are not out yet.
Okay. Campaign co-op and Forge are not out yet. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. But that being said, if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go on to our next topic.
Shut up, Joe.
Yeah. All right. Our next topic is we are getting more and more marketing for Scream or 5 Cream, however you want to call it, as the film is coming closer and closer to coming out. And we got our official posters of every single cast member with a Ghostface mask. What do you guys think about this, as well as the whole idea of this kind of Halloween-esque reboot-ish thing? It's not necessarily denying any of the other films exist, but it is taking place after said films with the legacy characters as well as a whole new cast. I'm super pumped for this.
They need to cut that.
I'm pumped, but I honestly want to see Sydney die.
I don't think they're going to kill Sydney off because the actress who plays her said that she was not going to come in there just for them to kill off Sydney. Now, they may kill off Dewey. I think Dewey is the most likely of the legacy cast to die because he's already retired from Sheriff. So he's no longer Sheriff Dewey. So I think most likely they're probably going to kill him.
No, they're gonna kill off Courtney Cox.
They're going to kill off Courtney? Really? You think so?
I'm okay with that happening.
Yeah. I don't know if I think they said they weren't going to kill off any of the legacy. I think they said that they weren't going to do anything bad with the legacy cast. So I'm okay with that 100%. But that being said,
A new director comes in.
well, this is a new director. Like, Wes Craven's dead, bro. Like, he's not coming back.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Ripperonis.
Now, I will say this. For as bad as Scream 4 got, I kind of give it a pass because of the fact that they were literally getting... Well, no, that was Scream 3. Scream 3 was pretty bad. I will say that. Scream 3 is not the best. I don't like Scream 3.
I think they should really cut the show already. Cut the series.
It's not the show anymore. The show's done.
No, I'm saying the series.
Oh, the series? Well, it's because it became under a new management. It's no longer it's no longer under Dimension Films. Now it's under Spyglass Entertainment. So that's why they're doing it again. I know that they said they might want to do another 3, including this one. So like another like 2 more after this. They might want to do what the Halloween did, which is fine by me. I don't necessarily care. Just don't do what Halloween Kills did, which is don't feel like you're just a middle movie. Don't feel like you're the setup for the next movie, which is what Halloween Kills gave me. But that being said, I'm actually super excited about this movie just because the cast alone is interesting, especially because we also have Dewey from The Boys, which is super cool. And, you know, we have a few other people that have been... We have the kid from 13 Reasons Why. Huh?
He did not live with Joey for fucking seasons to be only Cole from The fucking Boys. Sir.
This is the only show I've seen him on. Don't judge me.
How have you not seen Friends?
That's the
No, wait.
same guy from Friends?
Yes.
How have I not seen Friends?
No. We're not talking about the same guy, are we?
Yes.
Huey from The Boys.
Let me con-
Huey from The Boys was in Friends.
Wow, people actually watch fucking
Best
Friends.
friend. I can't remember,
I think I had that laugh track.
I can't believe people actually watch Friends and like it.
I will kill you.
Like,
Laugh track carried the
probably
show.
won't matter none to me.
Matthew Perry
Hold on.
or Taylor Bing.
Get me wrong.
Hold on.
It was good.
Hold on.
I'm looking it up.
I'm talking about Jack Quaid.
Oh shit, they look alike. My bad.
Yeah.
They look alike. Alright, sure.
Oh no, but they look just alike.
I'm
Jack
not looking at my
Quaid.
statement on Friends. now.
Yeah, Jack Quaid. I think Jack Quaid was a kid when Friends was coming out. Or at least like close to our age. Like I think Jack Quaid's in his 30s.
Not really.
Anyway, what does wheat look like in the game now?
I don't know. But that being said, I'm super excited for Scream 5. What do you guys think?
I am next time.
Like this movie didn't care for the rest.
You know, Scream 2 is not god-awful. I think it's pretty halfway decent. Scream 3 is definitely... I wouldn't say it's the worst one. It's definitely the most boring. I will say that.
Scream 3 was confusing as fuck.
Scream 4 definitely got a little weird because it didn't look like a Scream movie in my opinion. So that's kind of my big thing. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. But that being said, if you guys are ready, unless you have any more thoughts, comments, concerns on it, we are good to go to our next topic.
I definitely think it's gonna be interesting,
Mm-hmm.
especially since it's been so long since the Scream movie.
Right.
I just hope they do. Because if they fuck up Scream, I'm gonna get pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you.
Or maybe.
It's what revitalized the whole slasher genre, so I also agree. If they fuck up Scream, I'm gonna be pissed. Though granted, I mean, I don't think they would have gotten Courtney Cox and everybody else back. Maybe David Arquette, I don't know. But, like, I don't think they would have gotten Courtney Cox back.
Courtney Cox,
Yeah.
bitch in the series.
Yeah, kinda. I can kinda see that. But, that being said, if you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next topic.
Go.
All right.
Yeah.
So our next topic is, speaking of video game adaptations, HBO's Last of Us now has its new bill in Nick Offerman,
Bro, I was
which,
waiting for that.
yeah, honest to God, I think is not a bad choice. It took me a little while to remember who Bill was, and honestly, I still think that there's quite a few other actors that come to mind before Nick Offerman, but Nick Offerman is not a bad choice in my personal opinion. I think he's a decent choice. He's got that kind of dry wit humor, but I would love to see him play a crazy guy. For sure.
Be unhinged. I mean, not saying it's the closest thing ever, but go back in time and watch Parks and Recreation.
I really didn't think they were gonna do it. I didn't think they were gonna make a Last of Us.
Nick off.
Last of Us show. HBO's been talking about it for a while now. I know that they casted Pedro Pascal as Joel, which is an interesting choice, to say the least.
The way you said that, interesting.
Choice, yeah. Nothing against Pedro Pascal. It's not that he's not a powerhouse actor. It's just more like, not who I think of when I think of Joel. I personally think somebody like Carl Urban would have been kind of cool. Getting an unknown actor would have been pretty decent.
Why don't you get Clint Eastwood? He's already pretty close to death. Might as well let loose.
Honestly, to be perfectly honest, just remembering Tomorrow War, I think Chris Pratt would have been a pretty decent Joel.
God, that movie.
The movie was fun. I love Tomorrow War.
I couldn't sit through it.
Really?
I could not.
Oh, Russell Crowe?
Yeah,
He's a little too old, in my opinion. I think.
Entertained?
Yeah, I will say this: Russell Crowe. Maybe if the show would have been done like when the game first came out, maybe. But I don't think Russell Crowe is young enough to play Joel anymore. You want a guy in about his mid-40s. Honestly, Dennis Quaid would be an interesting choice.
Dennis Quaid?
Um,
Who's that?
he's the guy who looks a lot like Bill Paxton.
Because Bill Paxton is, not alive.
Yeah, Bill Paxton would have been fun as well. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick.
I think there have been a good amount of actors who can play Joel.
Robert Downey.
This guy.
Robert Downey Jr. Oh, him?
Yeah, I think he would have been a pretty good choice.
Robert Down syndrome.
Did you say Robert Downey Jr. as Joel? I don't.
No, Robert Downey Jr. as Joel wouldn't. It'd be too weird. It'd be too distracting. I personally think, honest to God, I really do think that Dennis Quaid would be an interesting choice. There's quite a few people before I think, there's quite a few people before I think Pedro Pascal to play Joel. Like I said, Carl Urban is the number one that comes to mind, just because he is such a big nerd. Henry Cavill would have been an interesting choice, but I think he would have been too buff to play Joel.
I'll play Joel.
It'd be an entertaining thing to see.
It'd be entertaining to see. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to have seen Henry Cavill.
As long as he's
something.
strong enough to lift us all up in his arms.
Yeah. Joe, quit thirsting over Henry Cavill. I will send you to horny jail.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Anyways, that being said,
No, I'm really cheap about it.
Voyager. Hey, what's up, Patrick? It's good to hear from you again, man. Yeah. But that being said,
Come into our server, bro.
I wouldn't be begging him at this point. I think he's kind of. It's mostly because there's a lot of stuff that I'm not gonna say on the stream exactly. So I'm gonna.
You probably already told me it, but I don't.
Yeah, you probably have, but I'll have to tell you when we're not streaming. But that being said, yeah, we have quite a few things to do. Hold on one second. If you guys want to continue to talk about all that fun stuff, go ahead. I have accidentally forgot to put something else, and I don't know what it is. Why?
Please
I think there's a lot of good actors that can play Joe, but I don't know.
Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? I know it's on here. Because we have Nick Offerman, then we have... Hold on. Continue to talk about Last of Us, like what you guys thought about and everything. I gotta do something real quick.
I have a question. Who played his brother, though?
I don't know who's playing his brother. I forget the guy's name.
As long as they nail the storyline and nail the characters with
Yeah.
the right amount of emotion, they can get a good fucking show going.
Right.
Who played Ellie, though? That's the main question.
I don't know who's
HBO
playing
Max.
Ellie yet.
Well,
It's not an HBO Max exclusive. It is just an HBO show.
I
So...
was just saying,
I know who- I know who should
with
play
it
her.
being
Like Ellie, who's that?
You're talking about the chick who played X-23.
No, who's the chick who played in Double Tap, the young one, the teenager?
Oh,
I know
she'd
who
be
you're
a
talking
good choice for like an older
I don't know her name, but
Ellie.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she'd be a good choice for an older Ellie. For sure.
Yeah.
Or like if they would have come out with the like I mean granted the game wasn't out yet, but like if they would have done it like shortly after Zombieland came out, then yeah, that probably would have been a good choice.
What's her name?
I don't remember her name, I'm sorry.
I think she probably can still pull it off, probably.
Maybe, I don't know. They could probably do like
You
some
mean-
like weird de-aging.
Oh, you mean Abigail Breslin?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
I almost did recognize her when I saw Zombieland 2.
She grew the fuck up. She really did.
I know! I was like, you sure that's the same girl? Cause holy shit, man.
Yeah.
But, women, talk of women to the side.
Yeah.
That-
All
yeah,
right,
I-
so now
I'll see
we
why
got
not.
it fixed. Yeah, no, she wouldn't be a bad choice 100%. I agree. But yeah. Also, Kenna told you to shush Joe.
Who did?
Kenna.
How's that?
Shadow's wife.
Oh wow.
First Amendment speech.
Yeah. Anyways, if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and go into our next topic. Unless you have any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Nick Offerman playing Bill in The Last of Us.
I do have a comment.
What's up?
Nick Offerman, L, me, W. That's all I gotta say. That's all I got.
Absolutely, 100%. All right. If Teddy was here, he'd be super excited, but we are officially getting a fan-made film of Malik from the Old Republic games, and it looks pretty damn good, to be perfectly honest. I can't wait to see this. Honestly, if Lucasfilm was actually focusing on stuff like Old Republic, which I know they're coming out with a remaster, I would say definitely something along those lines would be a lot of fun, but I don't know, man. That's kind of the whole thing. It's just I personally love fan-made films whenever it comes to Star Wars because there's so much uniqueness that you could do with it, even with the low budget. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of lame ones out there too, but I think this one is going to do well. You guys have any thoughts?
The fan made film, I think it'll probably be pretty good. I like to see it.
Yeah. I think it's being crowdfunded too.
Is it going to be canon to the series or what?
No, it's 100% fan-made, so... Yeah.
The only sort of investment that's putting in is love for Star Wars. For better or worse.
Absolutely.
And the irony is on the lost some maybe as Star Wars fans since Afterbirth.
Okay. Shadow, what were you trying to say?
I said, go ahead, Joe. Try saying something about Star Wars.
Was on it.
They're wizards.
I
They're
was-
wizards with
I
lightsabers.
will cash had the money to pick me up and to get there.
I would say this is something we can all agree on. The prequels aren't necessarily seen as being hated nowadays.
The prequels aren't as bad as everybody used to say they were. I think it was more people were so pissed that they waited that long to get something that I still say Revenge of the Sith is one of the best non-original trilogy.
I would
Star
say,
Wars
especially
films.
if you look at the dialogue and the amount of imagery they use for foreshadowing.
The dialogue when it comes to a lot of things is terrible. I think
Although-
everybody can agree that the George Lucas love dialogue in the prequels is the worst part of the entire series of the
Hear me out
prequels.
on this one thing though. When you see Obi-Wan talking to Anakin before he goes to Utapau, you see how. Pay attention to that real scene because you see that the way they use shadows to kind of foreshadow is like Anakin's in the dark part of the hallway and Obi-Wan's in the lighter part of the hallway.
Yeah. And they do well with a lot of camera work as well, but I still think. Yeah.
Just need a piece of wood. Go
Well,
get
what's
these.
gonna be the whole show, the last couple of movies, finding out that what's the name, had a grandma.
Palpatine, okay, here's the thing. I honestly, as much as I can defend about half of Return of the, or as much as I can defend half of The Last Jedi, I will say this: I don't like the sequels. Force Awakens was it played it way too safe. Last Jedi divided way too many people, and also half of it is fucking pointless and doesn't even have a payoff to it. And then, of course, you also have the Rise of Skywalker, which it should have been 2 movies, and then it would have at least been somewhat coherent. But it just... I can turn my brain off and enjoy it, but, like, man, is it bad.
That's what threw me off, that he had a granddaughter.
Oh, you knew they threw that in there last fucking minute. There was no hint towards Rey being a Palpatine, other than the fact that she was just super fucking powerful and lazy writing galore. I'm telling you, Rey is a Mary Sue. You can fight me on it. I don't care. Rey is a Mary Sue. She will always be a Mary Sue. Rey is not Star Wars. Also, fuck you for trying to say you're a goddamn Skywalker. You should have said Palpatine, bitch. Anyways, that being said, hostile. Yeah, hostile tones aside. That being said, I am super pumped to see what this is. As a person who hasn't really played the Old Republic, I'm super excited to see what they do with this.
Turn off my camera now since the battery's getting big.
We're close to being done, anyways. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Malik, an Old Republic story? Not really?
Oh, no, yeah, one quick question.
What's up?
Is the Old Republic the one with the 2 brothers have a father? Like, I don't know, they have their father's part of the Empire, and they're like 2 brothers that have the yellow lightsabers. And one of them turns evil.
I don't know, to tell you. To be perfectly honest, I genuinely don't know.
I don't know where to set my expectations with this because, you know, I've rarely watched a fan film.
Yeah. I've seen a couple Star Wars fan films.
At least
They're pretty
high
decent.
production ones.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in my life.
Alright. Well, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Malik, an Old Republic story? Alright, on to our final topic for the night, and then we will go into not necessarily new, but definitely an improved segment. Alright, our final topic is Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 4, and I genuinely enjoyed this episode. Oh, I'm not spoiling anything. We're not going to do any spoilers.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Also,
I still think they are heavily teasing Kingpin coming back.
I'm gonna depart from this because I need to use.
You're good.
Yeah.
But that being said,
I'm gonna go play League with some people.
okay.
To all the viewers out here, Merry Christmas and good night. Oh wait,
Alright.
too early.
Yeah. That being said, Joe, good night, man. See you later. All right, and then there were 4. What are you doing? Are you playing a racing game there, Poncho?
I'm playing Forza Horizon 5. Fight me.
Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna fight you over it. I'm just saying, like, okay.
I told you what happened with Jordan. They
I got that wheel set up, so
had
you know the
a
deal.
psychotic breakdown because she.
All right. Well, what have you guys thought about Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 4?
Brought her into the series. I thought they're probably gonna do it in the middle, like between like 5 or 6.
Mhm.
But they brought her in the part 4 in episode 4.
Who did they bring in?
The girl who wanted to kill him because.
Oh, Yelena.
Sister. Yeah, Elena's sister.
No, Yelena is her name. It's Natasha's sister. Yeah. They bring. Oh, Shadow. That's not really a spoiler. She shows up like super last minute, stays there for maybe a couple minutes on screen, and then disappears.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm
I don't.
not gonna lie to you. I didn't hear a word you just said, or did he, or what he said.
Oh, well, then that's probably for the best. But for those of us that have seen it, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 4?
Oh, I like the fact that they
Or-
did the whole death thing. They added the whole depth to it.
Oh, yeah, like with him and his hearing aid and everything. They've been doing that since, like, Episode 3, so...
No, I mean like the girl.
Oh!
Green girl.
I've been
Yeah.
wanted to say it a million times. I don't care. I understand that Kate Bishop is awesome and all that. She'll never be a Hawkeye. Simple as that.
Why do you say that? I always wonder, why do you say that? I think she's a good Hawkeye. She would be a good Hawkeye. A little bit of a change of pace for everyone.
What do you think Hawkeye?
Instead of being a straight assassin.
I genuinely think Clint Barton, but, I mean, I know that she is a she is a version of Hawkeye. I know that. Also,
Technically, she takes the mantle for a time.
yeah.
Actually, she was originally supposed to take the mantle when he was Ronin. That happens in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think Hawkeye, at least to me, is someone who is accurate as hell, she misses her shots a lot.
Oh, that's why.
You mean a lot, like in the comics? She was tasked with killing somebody, and instead of killing them, she maimed them, and they found out that there was an assassination contract on them because of that.
I guess that's fair.
Did you know Sid the Sloth?
But that being said, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and go into our somewhat new little segment here.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to be introduced to our replacement for Movie Talks, Snoda Quicks. This is where essentially it is movie talks. We're going to bring up any topics that we would like to, whether as long as it's related to entertainment news as a whole. But we are now going under a new name, and we're also going to keep it within 1 to 2 minutes of each other. Just kind of like make it an open panel discussion. Anybody got anything that they would like to go with?
Yeah. More seasons for Punisher.
No.
I think they're going to reboot Punisher if they're going to do anything. But I definitely agree with you. More seasons for Punisher with John Bernthal returning. Absolutely, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the only person I currently see as Punisher. It's John. John Punisher. Fucking amazing.
I honestly think if he wasn't already Crossbones in the MCU, Frank Grillo would have been an interesting Punisher. I think he would have been really cool.
True.
Yeah, I think he
I
genuinely would have been good.
I like the other ones that are more gritty and more like gut and blood flying everywhere.
He also
Yeah.
got in that they're on Netflix.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Netflix Marvel contract is done. Those shows are still on Netflix because they're Netflix original content, but that's the only reason why. So now, that's why we're getting Charlie Cox in No Way Home, and then we're also getting, we're most likely going to be getting Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin in Hawkeye, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I genuinely am excited for.
Get us a different fucking Iron Fist.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
He didn't bring the right
No, I agree.
feeling to Iron Fist.
No, I personally think if Kit Harington wasn't already casted, he would have been an interesting choice to play Iron Fist, but
I'd be down for that.
yeah, but he's playing Black Knight now, so that's kind of
I also wouldn't be against. Just hear me out. Keanu Reeves.
little too old, but I can see it.
Not really.
Because he could bring that, like, the, how do you want to say this?
Keanu-isms.
No, not the Keanuisms. He could bring that energy from Bill and Ted, throw it in Iron Fist, and you would have the perfect Iron Fist.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool. But like I said, he's just a little too old, I think, now. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He's a fantastic actor.
Still doesn't look like it though.
No, he doesn't look like it, but I bet you right now, I bet you good money he would not want to shave his beard for it.
Oh no, seeing him without a beard would be weird as fuck.
Have you not seen Bill and Ted 3? He shaved his beard for that. That's the only time he looked old. He actually looked old without the facial hair.
I think if they just like made him buzz a little bit,
Maybe.
just the way he had a little.
I still think Keanu Reeves would be a really good Silver Surfer.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could definitely see him playing Silver Surfer. Also, okay, I know I keep pushing for Bryan Cranston to play Professor X. Another good character that I can see Bryan Cranston playing is Galactus. I could see him bringing the gravitas to it.
Also, secondly, I don't care. I understand it's just a character. The Star-Lord. I want to hurt you.
Why?
I know why.
Do you really want me to get into this?
Not necessarily.
I mean, movie talk. I mean, no.
We're in SnodaQuicks now. It's no longer movie talks.
Snoda quick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, go ahead. Fine.
Infinity War.
That's why. Yeah, I knew exactly why. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking?
I knew exactly what you're thinking. Dude, every time I go to a con as freaking Star-Lord, I always get pushed with that.
Fucked up everything. They had a good plan. They could have took the glove off. It would have been done for. No. You guys gotta get angry.
Okay, well, to be perfectly honest, why didn't Iron Man just take the stones? They could have just taken the stones.
That is true. They should have just took the stuff.
Yeah. It worked in Endgame just fine.
Technically, the whole Infinity Stone thing, there was 4 people you could easily get to, and they would have been perfectly fine.
Yep. I agree.
To Marvel.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel held her own against them anyways.
Held her own against really the Power Stone, to be perfectly honest.
Bucky could have put her on, made him an entire arm. I'm sorry, that man can have just, I don't think like this would be the right arm for this fight, so let me just trade it out.
Yeah, kinda.
He's literally, let's go gadget, new fucking arm.
I swear to God, if they don't make that a reference in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I swear to God. Like, he just goes, yo, Bucky, why don't you just say go gadget new arm? It's like, it doesn't work like that, Sam. I know, but couldn't it? Does it hurt to try?
They showed Bucky a younger, like, as a kid. Yeah, they should have made Bucky as a kid, don't really serious.
Yeah, but I'm glad that Sebastian Stan played Bucky. Honest to God, that's pretty good. I will say this. Speaking of fan casting, it's hard to remember who all is in the MCU. I would love to see Jeff Bridges come back. I just don't know who as. Who could you guys, if they were to bring back all these actors that died, like their characters that died, who do you think Jeff Bridges could play? Because he played Killmonger, which is fine. Sorry, just tired a little bit, but I will say this. I don't know. I think Jeff Bridges could be an interesting choice for quite a few people, honestly. Now, here's my next question. Robert De Niro in the MCU. Who could you see him playing?
Oh man, that'd be entertaining.
It'd be entertaining. Who could you see him play? It has to be somebody that doesn't really do much.
Man, fuck. if the red knight's what's his name? What's the blue one's name?
Yeah, dude. You're talking about the Ravagers?
No, the one, no, the tail, the one that can disappear into like.
Nightcrawler?
Yeah, the red one didn't die. I felt like he probably would play this one.
We're talking about Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro could play the good red Nightcrawler.
Azazel?
Yes, it's Azazel.
Okay, hold on. We're talking about Raging Bull, half of Scorsese's work. That Robert De Niro. You could see Robert De Niro playing Azazel.
Yes, you can see Robert De Niro playing Azazel. Now, that's just my opinion. No.
Shadow, how do you feel about this? I don't know how to feel about that.
Wrong.
It just sounds
You are
wrong, yeah.
Completely wrong for that, sir.
I'm sorry. That makes no sense.
No, I don't see him playing as fucking Azazel.
No.
All right, don't get on my ass. That's my opinion. Just
I'll
saying.
touch your what?
I mean, if you're gonna touch it, make sure you massage it.
I was gonna say something, but then I decided to stay quiet.
Okay.
It would embarrass you.
Okay. Hear me out on Robert De Niro. I personally think Robert De Niro would not be a bad choice for some low-level gangster that at least has a somewhat of a following.
Why? I think he's been good. Wait, what? Robert? Is this dude who plays Scarface though?
No, that's Al Pacino.
Wow, wrong dude.
Yeah, Robert De Niro played a lot of people. Primarily, he was in Taxi Driver. Trying to think of more recent shit that he's done. He's done a lot of direct-to-video movies, like he did War with My Grandpa. He's the guy from Little Fockers. He's the dad from Little Fockers. I don't know if you've seen those movies.
He's saying fucker, not fucker.
Focker,
I
I know. Fockers, yes.
I know what you're talking about. I got it.
Yeah, Robert De Niro, that guy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that being said, unless anybody else has got something that they would like to bring up.
I actually have one.
All right, go right ahead, Pancho.
See, it's got nothing to do with Marvel or anything like.
It can
It's
be
a
whatever
Netflix
topic you want
show.
to talk about.
Okay, it's a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
It's not airing any new seasons or episodes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's been out for a while. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Supernatural series. If you guys have even heard of it.
That's not a Netflix show, dude. That's just a show that's on Netflix.
Or yeah, it's a show that got put on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a CW show, dude. They canceled that
Yeah.
last year. I know
Yeah,
Supernatural.
I know.
I love Supernatural.
Yeah.
If they got canceled, it's the fact they ended the series.
No, I didn't say
Yeah,
they
they
got
just
canceled.
ended
They
it.
just ended it. Yeah. I
It
didn't say
was
they got
15
canceled.
years.
15
Oh,
seasons,
but it was
yeah.
15 years running. And I honestly just think that show ended way too soon. Like, I was not ready for that. I mean, yeah,
Really?
15 years, but like, I don't know. I got really into it, and I just didn't want to see it end.
Here's the thing. Whenever I was binging Supernatural, I binged the first 7 seasons. And honestly, by about season 6, I was like, okay, we're starting to run a little stale here. You're keeping me interested with good characters and shit, but like you're starting to run stale.
Right.
And then I got all the way up to season... Yeah, and then I got all the way up to I think season 10 or 11, whichever season had the fangirl or the fan fiction episode, which was hilarious by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, whichever season that was, I think it was the season after that. That's when I stopped watching. Now I've kept up with it a little bit, and I started to watch again. Like they've already found the Men of Letters and everything else like that, so I've gotten to
Right.
that point. Also, like the whole. They've already gotten the mark off of Dean, everything else like that. Like, I've gotten past all that. At this
Right.
point, it's with Jack and all that fun jazz. So
So
I've
you're
gotten to
like
that.
well into season 12, 13.
Yeah, season 12 or 13, I think, is where I'm at.
Right.
They were starting, like, they just did the whole, I think the episode that I'm on is Dean was, like, the last episode that I watched was Dean just got rid of Gabriel.
just got rid of Gabriel. Has Castiel passed away for the first time yet?
Castiel's passed away many a times, but anyways,
Well, I mean, is he in the empty? Like, where
I don't
he's gonna get
think so.
brought back for a favor?
No, I don't think
Like
so.
12 that were in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I was in like, well, there was 15 seasons, so I think I was in like, I think I had 2 more seasons left. Yeah, they were starting to go to like alternate dimensions and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you are. The other dimension. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the other mention, that's where they had Gabriel, like Lucifer's officially dead, all that fun stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, that was kind of weird, but yeah, I got into that, but like before that I was on the verge of like quitting.
Right.
It was like, oh, we're dealing with Lucifer again, yay.
Yeah, I kind of hated when he came back, but not in like a, oh, this is gonna get boring type thing. I was like, it's kind of like you're into it, so you're just like, oh, why is he back?
Yeah.
You're just like, come on.
Actually, no, the last season that I stopped on before I picked it up again was the, it was like a couple episodes before they dealt with God's sister and everything. That's kind of where I got to.
That was like season 6, 7. Maybe.
No, that
You
wasn't.
talking like when she was released, or when
she was released from the Mark of Cain. That was like season 10 or 11.
No way.
Yeah.
That had to be way earlier.
No, they didn't get to
'Cause
the
they
Men of
dealt
Letters
with
and the
the
Mark. They dealt with Cain. They didn't deal with the
Alright,
Mark
guys,
of Cain.
talk to y'all later.
Yeah.
Right, but what
We're
about
actually
the
going to go ahead and
Leviathan?
wrap it up right now. Leviathan was season 6. Alright, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been SnodaCast, episode 10. I have been your host, BlackShaft56. I have been joined by freaking Shadow, of course, Gallows, and of course our relative newcomer, Poncho. And once again, I have been BlackShaft56.